17. I got a funny thing in my eye. God. Stain on my shirt. I don't know. I've been working hard in the garden this morning. I worked for like 3 hours out there and it's hot. So anyway, I'm a little bit discombobulated, but we're going to get through this. I actually started this video with my camera laying face down on the desk. So I had to stop it real quick, and now I'm back. So this week, I really want to kind of drive home how using plant medicine like cannabis or CBD can help if you have an opiate or alcohol addiction issue. So most of you know that I work in a clinic, and we do work with people who are addicted to opiates or alcohol. We also work with people who have brain fog from post chemotherapy or post COVID, or just memory fog, brain fog, that sort of thing. I might need it myself. Anyway, but our focus there really is helping people get off of opiates and alcohol using a natural infusion. I'm going to talk about that later this week, but this is the one thing I'd really like to be able to utilize more in the clinic, because there's a lot of research and a lot of studies that are supporting using cannabis as you detox from opiates. And we know that opiates and alcohol, the dependency for those two substances, has absolutely caused a stranglehold on our society. For years, providers have just dished out opiates in excess and for extended periods of time, and it's contributed to that opioid epidemic. I know in the practice I was in before this one, we had a provider that, he felt, compassion for his patients without realizing that his little elderly ladies in their 70s that he was giving 10 milligrams of hydrocodone to 4 times a day, that wasn't helpful for them. So, this is the kind of thing, it's a mindset thing. People have had to really face the fact that you cannot keep prescribing opiates. If you do, there are some people who will become dependent. And when those people don't get their prescription anymore, and now they're dependent and they don't have what they need, they have to go out to the streets and they have to buy opiates off the street, which, since providers have been stopping this practice of over prescribing, there's not as much hydrocodone and oxycodone out there available for people to get. So they try to get heroin. Well, guess what? Heroin is not as available either. So now it's fentanyl. And fentanyl is a highly addictive drug, and it is very dangerous. People can overdose on fentanyl just like that. And we know people everywhere. You had to have been touched by somebody in your life who has suffered from this crime, and it is a crime. So what I'm saying is, let's use cannabis to help get these folks off of opiates and alcohol. If you drink in excess alcohol, you have a dependency problem, and using cannabis can help you get off of the alcohol as well. So, there's studies that are coming out. There's medical evidence that proves that using cannabis, especially CBD, can help as a person goes through the detoxing process. We already know that these products can help with things like anxiety, nausea, vomiting, restlessness, insomnia, and pain, and these are all the things that a person will experience when they are detoxing. So it's a no-brainer that we use this plant as medicine, as part of a detox rehab program, and I would love to be able to institute that where I work. It's just, there's this stigma. People don't want to talk about it because, it's this medicine's the gateway drug and all that kind of stuff. But, it works for so many things that the person's going to experience when they're detoxing. So that's my story. This week we are going to go into a little bit more in depth. I've got some studies to share with you, and then just getting more like, how would you do it? Like if you're struggling, how would you do it? So, not giving medical advice though. Y'all know I can't do that, right? I'd love to. If you want a cannabis coach, I'm your girl. All right. Have a great day. Bye bye. Let me find the finish button. Hey, there it is.